Some women know what they want from an early age.
Do it.
To live the life of a gangster.
This is where the greed came in.
I am home.
Jealousy and ego.
But it is a road paved with misery.
She was the toxic influence. In the end, it got them all killed.
In the late 1990s, the city of Melbourne, Australia, is gripped in a bloody gangland war. Before it's over, some 30 gangsters will be gunned down on suburban streets. Crime matriarch Judy Moran's family is at the heart of the blood battle. Million-dollar drug dealers with mortal enemies.
They were mixed up in shootings, robberies, bashings. They're just disgraceful pieces of humanity.
The first to fall is Judy's oldest son, Mark. Shot dead in cold blood.
Through all this violence, Judy underestimated the other side. She was continually egging the boys on. You can deal with these guys. She always thought the Morans would somehow triumph.
But 3 years later, second son Jason is killed.
This was Judy's world, a world where violence was king.
Oh, could we deal with my darling?
Good afternoon.
Judy was born into crime. Her father's a thief, and he passes on his family values.
It's just over there.
Judy was a champion shoplifter. She would walk out wearing 4 coats or several yards of silk tucked under your dress. She learnt to steal the best. Only the best for Judy.
I didn't get it. Thank you.
Judy was raised on mean streets that all had to do with her being attracted to bad boys.
When it's time for Judy to spread her wings, she falls head over heels for another hustler and thief, Louis Moran.
She enjoyed being the girlfriend of a thief more than she enjoyed the normal life. She relished it.
Champagne to celebrate?
Yeah, champagne sounds perfect.
You look like you've had a win.
Together, they set out to make their mark, doing what they know best,
I'd love some.
fleecing the unsuspecting.
Another one for the lady.
Thank you.
That'd be great.
Judy used to be able to distract attention, position a person.
Oh.
Cheers.
Louis, who was an expert pickpocket, would dip the bloke, as it's called, and they'd be none the wiser.
Well, better get back to my friend.
Oh, okay then.
They managed to subsist on that sort of thing for quite a while.
That on Adam's like? Yeah, Adam's like.
In the 1990s, the Morans hit the jackpot. Illegal drugs.
Suddenly money was flowing like never before. She started to see herself as almost criminal royalty.
But it is a deadly business. After losing 2 sons, Judy loses her husband to gang wars.
Mrs. Moran?
By now, she is a criminal celebrity.
I am a wife with no husband and a mother with no children. How the hell do you think I feel? Oh, Mrs. Moran? Mrs. Moran?
It gave her a chance to have interviews, and it gave her a chance to flaunt around like an old tart.
Judy loses more than her family.
So, are you going to help me find the money or not?
She loses her income.
Lewis owned property. He owned land, lots of it.
When you get used to living this life of luxury without working for it, then you start to lose relativity, perspective on where you are, and she certainly did.
There's got to be millions stashed away somewhere.
She really thought that she was entitled to all this.
Can't just evaporate, can it?
So where else do you want me to look?
I suggest that you look at his brother, Tuppence. No, he never
But
liked
criminals
me, and
don't leave their money in the bank.
own money.
Your choice, Mrs. Moran. Thank you.
Judy is convinced Lewis has hidden his drug fortune around town.
Had enough of your behaviour, Judy.
And that his brother, Des Tuppence Moran, knows where it is.
Lewis,
You're not entitled to anything, Judy.
I am owed.
She perceived that he had the key to all the money. And she thought that there should be many, many millions of money still around.
To placate her, Des offers Judy financial help.
Out of respect for my brother, I will give you an allowance.
How much?
4,000 a month.
With respect, that's not nearly enough.
Well, that's all you're going to
The
get.
gangster
No more,
queen is
no less.
livid.
We'll see about that.
This is where the greed came in, and jealousy and ego, and why should I be left like this?
The grieving matriarch will become a murderer. Melbourne, Australia, in 2009.
There's got to be millions stashed away somewhere.
Crime matriarch Judy Moran has lost everything.
How the hell do you think I feel?
Her family is murdered. And now she's relying on handouts from brother-in-law Tuppence Moran.
She was being paid $4,000 per month.
I am owed.
It's not enough for this gangster queen.
Nuts, I've got a favour to ask you, and it could be worth millions to you.
I'm listening.
Tuppence.
Judy decides there should be one more dead Moran.
The problem is he won't give it up.
She hires help. A shooter named Nuts.
So now, the only way that we can get that money is to get rid of the man.
Judy was in a world that killing was an acceptable behavior.
Yeah?
I'm guessing she was probably upset and angry at her losses. And murder was simply not that difficult for her.
Okay. Now here's to it.
What about Indian? Is Indian okay?
It will look like just another gangland hit.
Hey, Mick, you drive, okay?
Sure, there's no one.
Problem was that Des had drunk about 10 pots of beer, and he didn't want to lose his licence, so he got his mate to actually drive the car. Nuts strides up thinking the driver must be Des and pings one shot through the windscreen. Miraculously, it lodges in the steering wheel. He goes to fire again, but now the gun jams.
You all right, mate? Yeah. Huh?
Des Moran lives.
Jude, we're in.
Judy doesn't get her money. time for Plan B. Three months later, at a Melbourne coffee shop,
He's the bastard.
Judy and her hitmen try again in broad daylight.
I can't imagine why she would do it, because you don't get any money out of dead people.
Des pays for his last meal as two strangely disguised assassins move in.
Nuts is not going to mess this up a second time. He goes and puts 4 into Des on the ground and kills him outright.
It's time for Judy's greatest performance, her alibi.
Not another Miranda.
This is a way she wanted to portray herself to people, to get their sympathy, and, oh, poor Judy again.
It should have been me.
She almost thought it was another episode of a crime show, that the credits would roll and she would get off scot-free. She was really quite delusional.
But it's one performance too many for the police. They search her house.
They found the wig, the balaclava, the wind cheater Nuts was wearing, everything. It's like they'd packaged up all the evidence and said, here you are. We don't want to get away with this.
The final Moran episode becomes an open and shut case of murder. The gunman, Nuts, is sentenced to 26 years. And so is the 66-year-old gangster queen, Judy Moran, in August 2011. Judy survived the Melbourne gangland wars, but not her own greed. She may never know freedom again.
She may die in jail, which would be a crushing blow to her. Imagine wearing the same outfit every day. That is death for Judy.
She's fallen for the 3-card trick: envy, hatred, and jealousy.
When children are not loved,
Neighbors reported hearing the children scream.
but resented,
She was a sadistic monster.
The overwhelming surge of community feeling that she was a monster.
Adelaide, Australia. In the 1890s, a woman is expected to stand by her man, no matter what. But not Martha Rendell. She's having an affair with her neighbor.
Arthur Randell was having a long and lusty and voluptuous affair with Tom Morris.
Tom has a family of his own, but can't resist Martha.
There must have been something that he saw in her because everyone else hated her.
How could you do this to me, to the children?
The clandestine affair goes on for a decade before Tom's wife finds out.
It's going to affect them. The whole
She
town is
demands
talking.
drastic action.
We need to get away from here, away from that woman.
Mrs. Morris demanded that they move away from this Scarlet Woman. So they moved from Adelaide to probably the most remote place that they could find anywhere in Australia, and that was to Perth.
Will that make you happy?
Yes.
Tom takes his family 1,700 miles across the country to Perth, Australia's Wild West. It's a boom frontier town.
Western Australia was just on the boil in those days because the gold mines at Coolgardie and Kalgoorlie had been discovered.
I got the job.
There's plenty of work for carpenters like Tom. With Martha out of his life, Tom devotes himself to his family.
What do we got for dessert, eh?
And they were as happy as the Morris family could be.
But within a year, his past comes back to haunt him.
Hi, Thomas.
Martha Rendell abandoned her husband and 2 children in Adelaide, moved to Perth. Soon they were having an affair.
Back with his old temptress, Tom decides once and for all to leave his wife.
All right, kids, now...
But he keeps their children.
Martha's going to tell you something, all right? So you listen to Martha.
From now on, you're all to call me Mother.
What?
Martha takes over the marital bed and the children.
What we would call our real mother.
She's gone.
She's gone.
She won't be coming back. I'm your mother now.
From that day on was the beginning of the end for the Morris children. They incurred her vile, evil wrath.
Now go to your room.
Get!
Martha Rendell was the epitome of the evil stepmother. She walked right off the pages of a Grimm's fairy tale.
Get off.
Martha doesn't tolerate any lip.
I told you to hang the washing up, didn't I? Didn't I?
Stop hurting her. We don't have to do what you tell us. You're not our real mother.
Children were whipped and they were bashed and they were beaten by this terrible woman. And within virtually no time at all, they were malnourished, they were sickly, they were pale, and suffered continually from coughs and sore throats.
The children are even more vulnerable when they become sick.
The doctor suggested that every night that the new stepmother paint the back of Annie's throat with this medication.
Please don't brush my throat. It hurts.
In these times, treating a sore throat with a brush is common.
In order for Martha to have accomplished what she did, those children must have been tied down.
Open it.
Martha gets pleasure from the children's pain, and it's only the beginning.
Martha tortured these children because it made her feel good.
Feel better?
To inflict horrible pain on helpless children.
Martha Rendell leaves her family and chases her lover, Tom, 1,700 miles across Australia to Perth. The couple move in together, and Martha becomes mom to Tom's children. But she's a cruel stepmother. July 1907. When little Annie gets a sore throat, diphtheria is blamed. It is a common illness of the time.
You're
going to lose your normal blood pressure, become hypotensive. You're going to end up with confusion, headache, you're going to be disoriented, and very rapidly, this is going to cause death, usually from low blood pressure.
Within weeks of Annie's death, her sister Olive is gravely ill. But no one suspects a thing.
I'm sorry, Mr. Morris. There's nothing much else that can be done. She seems to have diphtheria.
And again, the doctor came and he said that there's a bad bout of diphtheria going around. There's only one thing to do, and that's get to it, get to the source of the diphtheria and paint the back of her throat with this medication.
Open up your mouth. Can you help?
Martha is given a green light to carry on her torture.
Open up your mouth.
Open up your mouth.
This level of sadistic behavior is not something that happens overnight. Martha had been working up to this probably since her early adolescence. You don't wake up one day in your 40s and decide to torture children while you're icing cupcakes.
Did that hurt?
She was hideous. She was vile.
Why would a woman do this to a child? For Martha, it's to achieve sadistic sexual pleasure.
Neighbors reported seeing Martha rock back and forth in her chair while her stepchildren were writhing in agony, screaming, and dying. For some women, rocking is sexually gratifying. It's known as infantile masturbation. There are no hands involved, it's all up here.
Martha breaks up a family to be with her lover. Now she's increasing her pleasure by inflicting pain. When one child dies, she moves on to the next.
This time, she didn't call the doctor. Just got out the good old reliable throat painting medicine and the brush, and away she went.
Doesn't hurt, does it?
Caused them to be very sick. Then she made them sicker until they died, and she watched in pleasure as they died.
Martha hasn't finished yet. 14-year-old George develops a familiar cough.
We're gonna nip it in the bud. Open your mouth, George.
He knows better than to obey his stepmother's orders.
Back here right now, George!
He'd heard all of the noises coming out of those bedrooms, and he'd seen her gloating over one of his sisters as she died.
George runs away from Martha and goes in search of his biological mother.
She tried to poison me. She tried to kill
When he
me.
finds her and recounts the horror, his mother contacts police.
Every time that she gave them the medicine, they only got sicker. She laughed at their pain. She laughed at their pain. She got pleasure from it.
Martha Rendell's evil secret is finally exposed.
If Martha's stepson hadn't run away because he was fearful that she was turning towards him, she would have gone on to kill a lot more kids.
There's no other real motive that you can understand for this woman killing these children, apart from her being an extremely evil person.
Her arrest and trial grip the community.
There was huge amounts of ill feeling towards Martha Rendell. I mean, the crimes were so horrendous that the public were basically, baying for vengeance.
Martha Rendell is found guilty of the murder of Arthur Morris. she is sentenced to death.
The judge concluded that she was a sadistic monster who achieved sexual pleasure out of watching the children die in agony.
October 6, 1909. Just 20 days after her conviction, Martha Rendell is hanged at Fremantle Prison. But her legacy lived on.
Her case became a part of folklore. She became the boogie woman for misbehaving children. If you don't behave yourselves, then you'll have your throat painted.
The crimes that she committed against children were absolutely unbelievable. To think that another human being could do this.
Martha was a cold-hearted, sadistic killer of the worst order. I'm glad she's gone.
When a marriage becomes violent, the victim isn't always the wife.
Nothing Greg could do could make Shayna happy.
But who will protect a frightened man?
She could not control her temper.
The unusual, violent nature of this was something that he just didn't see coming.
Rigby, Idaho, 2000.
Hey, kids!
Greg Whitmore appears to be a lucky man in more ways than one.
You're welcome. There you go.
Come on, Greg, give her some.
A soldier, he survives the First Gulf War and returns home to start a new life with his sweetheart, Shanna Parkinson. The couple is blessed with a son and a daughter.
I got another one here for you. There you go. Make sure you eat it, okay?
Greg was a very easygoing guy, loved his kids, and real family-oriented type of a person.
But the happy times don't last. Greg is married to a troubled woman.
It appears to me that Shayna had more than one untreated and possibly undiagnosed mental disorder.
Without any professional help, Shanna self-medicates. She steals prescriptions and drinks heavily.
Taking excessive amounts of alcohol and sedatives would only make that condition worse. She also had an uncontrollable temper.
There is one target for her dark moods, her husband.
What the hell, Ben? Good work. Don't you lie to me!
She would lash out violently at Greg repeatedly. Nothing Greg could do could make her happy.
Keep your hands off me!
She could not control her temper.
Shanna's behavior was very bizarre, very strange. She was someone who was very difficult to figure out what was going on inside her head.
Greg hides their marital problems, fearing no one will understand a man being the victim of domestic violence.
What do you want me to do? If I hit her, I'm the bad guy.
But when the beatings get worse, Greg confides to his friends.
The whole issue of men who are battered by wives instead of wives who are battered by husbands That was an underlying issue.
I think whoever Shayna might have married would have been subjected to her wrath, her irrational behavior, and her problems. Greg just happened to be the one that got it.
By 2002, Greg, who bravely fought in the First Gulf War, can't take the violence in his own home anymore.
Gonna walk out the kids, are ya?
He moves out. After being in control of Greg and their marriage for almost a decade, Shanna isn't willing to let go.
She was really into drama and hate. I think her hatred for Greg grew because he rejected her.
Greg's hope that leaving home will end the violence will soon be shattered.
When Greg rejected Shayna and wanted a divorce, it was more than she could handle. She went nuts.
Rigby, Idaho. A perfect marriage deteriorates into spousal abuse. But Shanna Parkinson isn't the victim. She's the attacker, emotionally unstable and doped up on pills and alcohol. She beats her husband, Greg. Fed up with the abuse, he moves out.
She didn't want to give up, didn't want to let go of things that she was holding on to from that marriage.
I love it. I love it.
In 2003, Greg is divorced and free to find love again with 29-year-old beauty Karen Cummings. Not everyone is happy.
Greg and Karen met. That obviously stirred up further emotions in Shanna. It further exasperated the situation.
Insane with jealousy, Shanna stalks her ex-husband and his lover.
Asshole! She became obsessed with him, stalking him, calling him telephone stalking. Sometimes a couple of hundred calls a day, no matter where he was.
Far out.
Oh my God! Greg, she's outside!
She was essentially in a situation where she just didn't want to let go.
Her behavior becomes more obsessive and dangerous.
What the hell is she doing?
Jesus.
She'd lash out violently. She could not control her temper.
Shanna had already shown signs of using Greg before he met Karen.
We're calling the cops! We're gonna go get her! You were right! She's nuts!
The children still live with Shanna, but Greg is worried about their safety and attempts to gain custody. Greg's bid to protect his family, only as fuel to the fire. Shanna breaks into Greg's home and steals everything precious to him.
When she got all of Greg's possessions together, including his prized trophies and a picture of his mother, and burned them, she was symbolically killing Greg.
It's common to have custody battles and so forth, but this was one that was taken to the extreme.
Just days later, on February 1st, 2004, Shanna pays Greg another unexpected visit.
Don't you two look cozy?
How'd you get here?
Shanna snapped, lost total control of something that had been building up, and stabbed Greg multiple times.
When women are motivated to kill based on revenge or jealousy, oftentimes we see that they fly into a rage, and the rage becomes uncontrollable. They don't stop stabbing until they feel like it, until they've run out of steam. Greg was stabbed around 30 times, his girlfriend 13 times. It's clear the target of the attack was Greg. Whoever went after him totally hated him.
Shanna thinks they are alone in the house. But they are not. There is a tiny and terrified eyewitness.
Karen had a 5-year-old daughter who witnessed the murder from another room.
The little girl tries to help her mom the only way she can. She bravely calls 911.
Very emotional to hear the frightened call of a 5 or 6-year-old girl telling the dispatcher that she'd just seen her mother murdered. When police got to the house, it was just described again and again, and just in terms of being a bloody, grisly murder scene.
If I was called in to do a profile and I have a man and woman murdered in their bed, he's got 30 stab wounds and she's got 13, the first thing I tell the police is look for a former wife, girlfriend, or lover as the killer.
Within hours, 911 receives another call. It's the killer.
Police said she was very confused and incoherent. She was in a very disoriented state of mind.
Could you please step out of the car?
Shanna is found several miles away in a neighboring county.
Are you hurt?
No.
Ma'am, you're covered in blood.
Evidence literally dripping from her.
I don't know what happened.
Why don't you come with me? Just come with me and go straight.
Shayna Parkinson had so many mental, behavioral, and emotional problems. It doesn't surprise me that it culminated in murder.
With indisputable forensic evidence, Shanna Parkinson is found guilty of murder. In August 2004, she is sentenced to life with a minimum of 27 years.
Any man can be in a marriage with disagreements or fights, but I think the unusual, violent nature of this was something that he just didn't see coming.
This is one of those sad cases where the perpetrator needs to be taken away from society forever, so the rest of us are safe. She needs to remain incarcerated for the rest of her life.
East Mesa, Arizona. January 27th, 2000. It's 5 a.m., a strange time of day for a well-to-do woman to be dumping trash.
This delivery man just happened to see her, and he thought it was unusual. She was wearing high heels and a jumpsuit. So he took the step of writing down her license number.
Curiosity gets the better of the witness. What he finds will not only shock him, but the entire city.
The case was bizarre from the second it happened, and it got more and more bizarre as it went on.
In the early 90s, in Scottsdale, Arizona, French-born Valerie Pape is well known to the pampered ladies in town.
That's fine, Valerie.
Valerie Pape was a high society salon owner.
So I'm just going to place these onto your eyes and then you will rest for 15 minutes, okay?
She was a very charming woman. She was a very, very smooth lady.
But 44-year-old Valerie has no one to share her success with. Until she catches the eye of bar owner 54-year-old Ira Pomerantz.
She was a woman of taste, definitely an attractive lady, and I think a lot of men would have been very glad to have met her. He's a little older than Valerie, and according to his family, he just sort of fell for her.
I see you drinking champagne.
Ira is well known in Phoenix as a successful entrepreneur. Valerie falls for his charm and money, and they soon marry.
They lived a glamorous life. They lived in the McCormick Ranch neighborhood in North Scottsdale. Very, very nice, the community. And it was a very large house. From the outside, looking in, people would think that they were wealthy.
Valerie prides herself on her appearance and spends exorbitantly to keep up with the latest fashions. But when her husband's business ventures start failing, Valerie keeps spending.
Spending money we don't have. Need these things for my salon. Why would you do that?
Valerie bears the brunt of her husband's troubles. The marriage turns violent.
You bitch! You can't talk to me like that. Touch me! Don't touch
Everything you own belongs to me.
Go! You are useless.
You own belongs to me. You take that crap back. You take it now. Back.
I hate you, you pig!
Damn bitch!
Get out!
More than one friend of Valerie's told police they had seen her bruised and battered from domestic violence. There was no question what was going on.
Valerie gets an old friend from France to come and stay with them. It doesn't help. It makes matters worse. Her husband's anger turns to jealousy.
Do you mind speaking in English?
This was an aggravation for Ira Pomerantz.
We were just talking about the little cafe that is...
To have a man living under the same roof with you and your wife. So certainly that didn't help.
She had breakfast a lot, did you?
Her plan to protect herself has failed. Valerie decides to take more drastic action.
She actually took a class from the gentleman that taught her how to shoot.
Get your left hand and hold that. That's it.
You're gonna buy a gun, it's very smart to know how to handle the gun.
Straight down the barrel. That's beautiful. Whenever you're ready, you go for it.
The gentleman said that she was very poor at first, but that she improved pretty quickly.
Valerie Pape is in training for murder.
That's excellent. That's perfect.
In many of the cases where a woman kills her husband, she was desperately unhappy and saw no other way out.
But no one could imagine what this petite French beauty is capable of. January 23rd, 2000. Scottsdale, Arizona. Valerie Pape feels trapped in an abusive marriage.
Where the hell have you been?
Edward Blitz.
There was a history of calls to the Scottsdale police. Scottsdale police had definitely been to their home.
You tell me where you've been, I'm gonna bust you up so bad you'll never work in your salon again.
Touch me and I go to God.
She no longer wants to be with her husband, but wants a more permanent solution than divorce.
I've had enough. I'm getting a divorce, and you're not getting anything. You hear me? Nothing.
Most people have ups and downs in their marriages, but would never dream of killing their spouse.
Valerie pumps 4 shots into the back of her 60-year-old husband.
Mr. Pomerantz pushed her too hard, and she killed him.
But taking his soul is not enough for Valerie. She wants to destroy his body.
It's not terribly surprising to me that Valerie shot and killed her abusive husband. What does confuse me is that then she cut him up.
Mr. Pomerantz was dismembered brutally. His body was basically destroyed piece by piece.
This body, it would be heavy. It would be difficult to disarticulate the bones and joints from one another. It would require a persistent amount of endurance.
For 4 days, Valerie keeps the body parts at home.
She had not planned how she was going to hide the body. Obviously, wherever the body was, there's going to be evidence, and the evidence could incriminate her.
Panicking, Valerie drives across town and tosses part of Ira's body away like trash.
You don't see people dismembered every day. You don't see people driving 30 or 40 miles from Scottsdale to discard a torso every day. So this was quite a case. This delivery man just happened to see her lifting this odd item out of her trunk early in the morning, and he thought it was unusual. She was wearing high heels and a jumpsuit. So he took the step of writing down her license number. They found poor Ira's torso sitting there in the dumpster. His head, arms, and legs were all missing.
Battered women have been known to kill their husbands, to shoot them, but it's rare that they chop them up.
Thanks to the eagle-eyed delivery man, Valerie is soon tracked down.
The car was registered to Valerie Pape. They found blood in the house. The police found some receipts for saw blades that would have been a useful tool in dismembering someone.
Valerie Pape never stands trial. In 2002, she accepts a plea of second-degree murder. At her sentencing, the judge asks her to come clean and disclose where the rest of Ira's body is.
Judge Galati was very angry at Valerie Pape. He begged her, more or less, please tell us whatever happened to the head and the legs and the arms of Ira Pomerantz. And she refused to give it up.
Ira Pomerantz is still not properly laid to rest. Valerie Pape is sentenced to 16 years in the Arizona State Prison. She is eligible for parole in 2018.
I don't think Valerie Pape is a natural-born killer. I think she snapped.
when a popular teenager is murdered.
Probably one of the most notorious murder cases in the 1980s.
Friends vow to find the killer.
And it was based on a slow, burning jealousy.
You really think I would try and steal your boyfriend?
They won't have to look very far.
The murderer was sitting right next to my mom.
In Arrieta, California, in the early 80s, 3 teen girls share everything.
This is our Priscilla prom queen. We used to play with her when we were 8. Do you remember? She was our favorite. We both wanted to be prom queens.
They played with the same dolls. They swang on the same swings.
It's like you got little flesh-colored underwear on.
They slept over at each other's houses. And they even basically shared each other's mothers as nurturing moms in the community.
I can see her in that dress, too. Yeah.
Growing up on the same street, Missy Avila and Karen Severson think of each other as sisters.
Karen was at my house every day, or my sister was at her house every day.
Oh, I love this song.
Laura Doyle lives just around the corner.
Laura came in the scene, I would say, maybe starting junior high. They were all very close friends. Usually when you have a best friend, you have one, but it was them 3.
At 15, life takes them down very different paths. When Karen becomes a single mom.
I want one. Here, take mine.
They were still friends, but they weren't as close as they used to be.
So worth it now, right? Easy for you to say.
My sister started hanging out with different people, doing her own thing.
You can't smoke around a baby.
Missy is footloose and carefree. Karen's world is baby, bottles, and resentment.
You make a better mom than me. Fine.
By the time they were 16, Missy Avila had become a swan, so to speak, and Karen was less successful.
Hey, do you think this dress is too short? No, it's fine. Really?
Once, Karen and Laura would have been happy for Missy. But in their teen years, it's different.
There were mounting jealousies, particularly with Missy's beauty and her charm and her boyfriends.
That was the root of the problem with Missy and Karen and Laura.
I think Laura and Karen did not know how to deal with the feelings they had for Missy.
We're gonna go.
Their feelings were changing from childhood friendship love to something else.
Missy, coming.
Things escalate when Laura and Karen accuse Missy of trying to steal their boyfriends.
She's so two-faced. It's like she's got one personality for us and another one for them.
She's so fake, it makes me sick.
Bitch, why are you always flirting with my boyfriend?
Hey, it's fine. We're just talking.
Shut up.
You really think I would try and steal your boyfriend? As if I would ever do that. We know you slept with Victor. But no, I didn't.
She was very hurt. She was very sad.
Two-faced bitch. I'll never trust you again.
There were real strong animosities emerging, and threats, too.
You gonna cry?
Aww,
Aw, boo-hoo.
The childhood bond is broken. But Karen and Laura are planning one last play date.
Laura said that she wanted to pick up Missy to hang out and to make amends, I guess. And my mom and Missy talked about it, and Missy said, yeah, it's good.
Bye. Bye, where are you going? Stoner's Park.
My sister ran to the car and then came back and told me and my mom that she loved us.
I love you guys.
My mom's like, you're crazy, just go and do whatever you're gonna go do.
Have fun.
She said, okay, I'll see you later.
Missy thinks the three girls will be together again, like the happy times they shared for a decade. Missy's wrong.
I don't think Missy ever had any idea the danger she was in from her friends.
In Arrieta, California, childhood memories are being torn apart by teenage jealousy. 17-year-old Missy Avila can have any boy she wants.
Hey, do you think this dress is too short?
Her lifetime girlfriends, Karen and Laura, can't stand the competition. On October 1st, 1985, the rivalry will end.
Wait here.
Oh, look. It's the little slut. What did you say?
She called you a slut. That's what you are when you sleep with all the boys in school.
I already told you guys I didn't touch any of them. Get out of
I think when Laura and Karen took Missy out to the park that day, they were planning on killing her.
Wasn't enough to just screw around. You have to sleep with Victor. I didn't sleep with anyone.
You are so full of crap.
Karen has brought her roommate along.
You're scum. You betrayed your friends and you're gonna pay. No,
Yeah,
I swear.
and this is how.
But she wants none of the violence and flees.
The attack by Laura and Karen on their friend Missy was not only brutal, it was humiliating.
Wait, no.
We had tried to degrade her and torture her a little bit.
Looks like you're not gonna be
Not gonna get the boys anymore, are
As if to destroy her beauty and her charm,
Get her into the water.
to rub her out.
Put her in. Get her in there. That's sleeping with Victor. Let's put that log on her.
Missy only weighed like 90 pounds, and the log was like over 100 pounds. They put the log on there to finish the job.
Missy's mom expects her daughter to come home, elated.
Hello. Hi, Mrs. Avila.
Instead, she receives a strange call.
Is Missy there? Missy? No, I thought she was with you. Yeah, she was. But I had to go get some gas, and when I got back, she was gone. Gone where? I don't know. That's what I told her.
3 days later, hikers discover Missy's body.
Hey, Jim. Somebody had beaten her rather severely.
All right, we should tell the cops, man.
She had actually drowned in the stream, so she was alive when she was put there.
that evening, a police car showed up with 2 detectives, and they came in.
Did you find her?
I'm afraid we have some.
And I just remember, sorry. Me being in the room and hearing my mom scream.
Karen twists the knife even deeper.
Missy used to hold my hand all the way home from school.
She moves in with her victim's family, as if taking Missy's place.
And then we used to talk on the phone all night.
I remember that. I could never get a line out. And that stopped. And this one starts.
Oh.
So much of betrayal.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No. There's a lot of hate that I feel towards her for doing that. There's no really words for it. To know that a person can be like that and do that.
Missy's favorite meal. She loved roast chicken.
The murderer was sitting right next to my mom during that whole time.
But not everyone is fooled. The police immediately suspect Missy's girlfriends.
Well, best friends quite often kill best friends. And the manner in which the little girl was put into the stream, and especially the cutting of the hair, it just all seemed to fit together right at the beginning.
But without any solid evidence, the police can't act. Then, 3 years later, another death prompts a confession from the only eyewitness, Karen's roommate.
Her brother had recently committed suicide. The grief she felt, she knew that we were feeling all these years.
Everybody knows, everybody!
And that Laura and Karen should not be able to get away with it. She reported them, and they immediately made the arrest.
In 1989, Karen Severson and Laura Doyle are convicted of murder in the 2nd degree. Both are sentenced to 15 years to life. So far, parole has been denied.
When Karen and Laura killed Missy, it wasn't on a whim. It wasn't blind, uncontrollable rage. It was a slow, burning jealousy.
For Karen and Laura, childhood friendship proved no match for teenage angst.
I would ask them why. Why did this all happen? What gave you the right to take her life? I despise them. They took something away from me that I could never have again.